Hello friends, welcome to Code Crush Coding. In this video we are going to learn about the interview questions related to class and object. So we are familiar with the class because in the Java the first thing you create is to create a class, and inside the class you create the data members and methods to provide the implementation. So let's start with the first question. What is a class? So all Java codes are defined in a class. So class consists of variables, methods. Also it has the constructors. So variables are nothing but attributes which define the state of a class. So any particular state of a class is represented by the variables. And methods are the place where the exact business logic has to be done. So means to provide the implementation with the help of variables, that particular code we need to write inside the methods. So method contains a set of statements or instruction to satisfy the particular requirement. So see here, I have created one class here, public class addition. So this is the declaration of a class. Inside this class I have a variable declaration which is a state of a class, where I have one variable of integer data type which is assigned a value 5, another variable of integer type b which has also assigned the value 5. Now here I have one method, public void add. So this is a method where the business logic has to be done, means a particular set of instruction needs to be written. As the name suggests, it will add the two variables. So here the instruction is provided a plus b, and that particular value is stored inside another variable which is c. So this is the business logic or the implementation of method add, and then we will close that particular class. So I hope you understand the theory behind the class. So class has everything that you need to write inside the Java code. So it consists of variables and methods. Also you can provide the constructors inside the class. So remember the basic thing, class contains all the objects which are of similar type, and their particular implementation can be provided with the help of variables and methods. So that comes to our next question. What is an object? So an instance of a class is called an object because class is a generic thing, right? To provide a particular implementation as per the objects, you need to create the object of that particular class, and every object of that class has state and behavior, means it has its own way of having the values of variables and providing the implementation. So how to create the object? So we know we need to provide the class name, and then you need to instantiate that particular object with the help of a new keyword. So whenever the Java virtual machine JVM reads the new keyword, then it will create an instance of that class. So as we have created a class addition already, so inside the main method of that particular class you can create the object. So this is the way in which the object creation happens. Here you need to provide the class name. Here a spelling mistake has been done, you can ignore this, it is addition. Then the name of object, it can be any name, it's just a reference variable, and then you need to provide a new keyword and then the class name. And with the help of this object you can access the variables and the methods, that means the state and behavior inside this class. So what we will do, we will see the practical implementation of class and object. So we move towards our Eclipse editor. Inside this editor, let's create a class, new class. So you need to provide the name of class. Let's provide the name of class as fruits or fruit. So it is a standard convention that the first letter of the class should be in the capital letters. We will have the main method inside this class. So see, this class has been created, and this is our class, and there is a main method inside the class. Now what we will do, we will have some variables inside this class. So variables are nothing but the state of the class. So what could be a state of fruit? So what are the properties of fruit? You can think in that way. So let's first declare name of fruit, right? So it will be of string type. So we have the name, string name. So name of fruit, then we will have price. So price, let's say in integer price, and then we will have color of fruit. So we can have another variable of type string color. Okay, so we will consider only these three properties. So these properties are nothing but the variables, and that stands as a state of that particular class. Now we can also have the method. So how to write a method inside this class? You need to provide the access specifier public, then the return type void, and then the name of method. Let's say name of method is display. We will just print the values of name, price and color inside this display method. Display, let's print your sys out, and let's print your name, then some space, then color, then some space, and last price. So this is the implementation. So here I have provided a capital letter. Let's see. So this is the implementation of this particular method display. So this is nothing but the behavior of this class. So this particular class has three variables and one particular method display, and here we have the main method. So inside this main method we will create the object of this class. So how to create the object? So you need to provide a class name fruit and then the object. So you can provide any name. So let's say I create the mango object from this fruit class, because mango is a fruit, right? So we can have here mango. So let's say mango, and then we will say new keyword and then the class name. So fruit. So in this way you have instantiated or created the object, and with the help of this object you can try to access this display method. So I can say a mango dot display. Now let's save this code and run now. So see, we are getting here the values null, null and 0, because we just have declared the variables, we didn't provided any properties to it. And we know that whenever the constructor is not provided, a default constructor is called, and this instance variables, because they are declared outside a constructor and a method, so these are the instance variable which are assigned to a default value. So name is of type string, so null is assigned, color is of type string, so null is assigned, and price is of type integer, so 0 is assigned. So to initialize this instance variable you need to provide a constructor. So let's provide a constructor inside this class. So how to provide a constructor? You need to provide the same name as the class name. So same name fruit. So I will say here fruit, and it will accept three values, right? First one is name, color and price. So let's provide here three values, n for name. So you need to provide a string, because it will accept in string format, string, then again string, then we will say here color, c variable, and last one is integer for price. And inside this constructor, this particular instance variable will be assigned the values that we pass here. So name will take the value of n, price, let's say color will take the value of c, and price will take the value of p. Now here you will get an error, because earlier we were accessing the default constructor. Now we don't have a default constructor in our code, because we have provided a parameterized constructor. So you need to pass the three parameters, because you are calling this fruit here and you are expecting three values to be passed, and here you haven't passed any value. So that's why here error is coming that no constructor found. So here you need to pass the three values. So first one is a name. So let's pass the name here. So it is a string, you need to pass it inside the inverted commas. So mango, color is yellow, and let's say price is integer, so let's say 100. So these are the three values you passed. And now if you try to run this code, so see, when with the help of this mango object you are trying to call this display method. So the values that are passed from the object mango you will be able to get inside this display method, which is mango, then yellow, and then the 100. So this is only one object created from this class fruit, right? You can create multiple objects from this fruit class. Let me create another two objects here. So in same way you can create it, fruit, let's say banana, new fruit. So name is banana here, color let's say yellow, and price let's say 20. Let's create one more object here, fruit, let's say grape, equal to new fruit. We need to pass the three values, name is grapes, color is black, and price is 80. Let's save this code, and now we will call all these three objects. So banana dot display, and last one is grape dot display. Now let's run this code. So see, we are calling the display method with the help of three different objects created from the fruit class. So we are able to get the values of each object. So first object was mango, so the value of mangoes, then the banana, and then the grapes. So in this way class is a generic and you can create n number of objects from that particular class. Now let's move towards the next question. So what is the this keyword in Java? So till now we haven't covered this question, or we haven't come across this keyword in Java. So why do we need this particular keyword? So this keyword is a reference variable that refers to the current object. So it is used to refer to the current object. We will see in the practical in which case we need this keyword, and there are various uses of this keyword in Java. It can be used to refer to current class properties such as instance method, variable, and constructor. So basically it is a reference variable which is used to refer your current object or the properties of current object. So let's see in the demo here. So here what we have done in the constructor, we are passing three different values, right? Here we are passing the name, then the color, and then the price, and these values are getting stored inside this variable n, c, and p. But it is not a good practice to provide the name of variables in such way. You need to provide some meaningful name to these variables. So what I will do, instead of providing just the n, I will say your name, and here I will say color, and here price, and now this n will be replaced by the name, right? Because we don't have n now, so we are replacing it with name. Then here we have color, and then we have price. Okay, so here there are no errors, right? So if I save this code and run now, so see, we are getting the default values, but we are passing these values, right? Mango, yellow, 100, all these values are getting passed. So if we consider the first object, so mango will be stored inside this name, yellow will be stored inside this color, and 100 will be stored inside this price. But here these values are not getting assigned. Why? Because this is an ambiguity issue, because Java is not able to understand what you are trying to do here, because you are saying name equal to name, color equal to color, price equal to price. We know that this name is the instance variable here, name, and this name is the value that we are getting as an argument here, but Java is not able to understand this. So that's why we are getting here the default values. So to solve this particular issue, we make use of this keyword. So this keyword is used to refer to current object. So this particular values can be represented with the help of this keyword. So let me show you that. So what I will do, here I will say this, let me remove this name here, I will say this dot. So see, here you are able to access the variables of that particular class. So I will say this dot name. So what will happen now? So when you are using this keyword, so Java will understand that this particular variable is our instance variable and this variable is the argument that we are getting. So let me run this code and show you. So see, now name is getting assigned the values mango, banana and the grapes, while other are not getting because we haven't used this keyword there. So let's use this keyword in these two cases again. This dot color and the last one is this dot price. This dot price. Let's save this code and run now. So see, you are able to get the values. So generally when you have the same name of the variables, as the instance variable name is also same and the variable in the argument is also same, so in that case you need to make use of this keyword. So that was the one of the use of this keyword. Another use of this keyword is used to call the constructors. So let me create another constructor here. Let's create a default constructor as well. So how to create a default constructor? Just provide the class name. It doesn't accept any parameters and you will just print one statement here, sysout, and let's print hi. Okay, and now what I will do, so let's run this code before that. So same output we are getting. We are not calling the default constructor right anywhere, so that's why we are not able to get this print message hi. So whenever these particular objects are created, a constructor is being called, right? Whenever a new fruit here is created, this constructor is being called 3 times, right? So in this statement I will use this and just a brackets, round brackets. So what this statement will do, this will call the default constructor. So it is used to call the constructor of that particular class. So here the fruit is here, right? So it will call the default constructor. Now what will happen if I run this code? See, when we execute this statement, this parameterized constructor will be called fruit, right? So the control will come here, fruit. So the first statement here is this. So this will call the default constructor here. So here we are getting the message hi. So in similar way, we will be able to get all these 3 messages for banana and grape also, and after that we are displaying all these 3 variables. So here we are getting the message for all these 3 variables. So I hope you understand the use of this keyword. Also what you can do, inside passing this here, you can also pass this constructor in the parameterized constructor as well. So how to pass that into a parameterized constructor? So for that you need to, let's make changes in this code. Instead of passing, let me remove these 2 objects here. We will have only one object. And now what we will do, we will call the default constructor. So here the default constructor will be called. So the control will come to this particular constructor, and here we will call the parameterized constructor. So this, and here we can pass the values. So for the first object you can pass the values here. Let's say mango, then color as yellow, and then price as 100. Let's make it here, and let's save this code and run now. So see what will happen when this particular statement is executed, a default constructor is called. So here we will come, and now from here the parameterized constructor is being called. So this particular part will be executed. Instance variable will be assigned the values and then it will print hi. So we are getting here hi, and after that we are calling the display method. So once you call the display method, so this particular statement will be executed and we will get this values. So that is the use of this keyword. I hope you have understood the usage of this keyword. Now let's move towards the next question. So it is one of the most important question. What are the OOPS concept? So we know what OOPS stand for, object oriented programming, because Java is object oriented programming. We deal with the classes and objects in Java. So there are 4 pillars of object oriented programming. And what are these 4 pillars? First one is inheritance, second one is encapsulation, third one is polymorphism, and the fourth one is abstraction. So just remember these 4 names: We will cover each of these properties in separate video. So we will have more detailed explanation about all these properties: inheritance, encapsulation, polymorphism, and abstraction. So that's it in this video. We will cover these properties in the upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.